Hey y'all. Hey. I'm sorry I'm late and I'm a little oily. I fell asleep a little earlier and my hair is still purple. Yes, I still have the purple wax in my hair. So, hey. How y'all doing? I'm going to turn on the light in here. Hold on. I'll be right there, y'all. Needed some more light in here. Hey. Now y'all can see me a little better. Hi. Hey y'all. Yes, hold on, y'all. Some of y'all haven't seen that I put that wax dye in my hair. So I think I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna do it again. Would you believe that I only used the wax dye? So I washed, I detangled, and I deep conditioned. Well, didn't deep condition. I just used some leave-in conditioner. And then I only styled with one styling to like one um, styling lotion, and it was by Cream of Nature, the Cream of Nature Activator Cream. That's it. I didn't put anything else in my hair and the wax. I did the wax first and then this. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna try it again, and I think I'm gonna do purple and blue. I just applied it to my ends. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I just applied it to my ends. That's it. Um, no, I haven't noticed that it transfers unless your hands are super wet. If you have something super wet, that's the only time I find that it transfers. But otherwise, I haven't seen any transfer. I even laid on my I have a satin pillowcase and it wasn't anything on there. So yeah. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all go ahead and share this with your friends. Click like. Click like. I use the Monjave. Monjave. I'm gonna do a video on it. So I'll make sure I do a video on it so y'all know all the details on how I did it. I wanted to try it out first and make sure it will work on my hair. See if this will give it a little more light. I wanted to make sure it will work on my hair first because I had been hearing different reviews that different people's hair didn't take to it very well, and mine did. I feel like it did. So, and y'all, by the way, my hair has been growing. It's growing. And what I've noticed is that as it gets longer, it appears more curly. I don't know. And I feel like as you get older, your hair type change, not hair type, but your hair texture kind of changes. So yeah, I think that's what's happening. I definitely can. I definitely can do a adult acne video. I am going to be updating a lot of stuff. So let me first start by saying this video is to be about, y'all have been sending me emails about struggle love. I want to first tell you all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for watching me weekly. And I want to give you all some rundowns of some things that are happening. If you're watching, it's free of charge for you to click like. So make sure you click like. If you click like, then others know to watch and YouTube sees it as an important video. So make sure that you click like. It's free. It's totally free. So please, y'all, I see it's almost 200 of y'all in the room. Click like, please. It really helps a lot of things. Is there someone Encouraging hearts, I have a whole video coming on my hair regimen. I have really improved my hair regimen. And I think too, I found what moisturizes my hair, which is why I've had people ask me, have I done something to my hair to make it curly? No, I've just been moisturizing it and taking better care of it. So I'm gonna do a video on that. What I want you guys to leave here too while you're typing, type what type of videos you would like to see in the future. Guys, I have so much to announce to you really quick before we get started. I actually am expanding the business. So y'all know we got the membership, the Beautiful Brown Baby Doll, the Dr. Nina mentorship membership coming. It's dropping Black Friday. Yes, Black Friday. What is my mentorship membership is about? It's a way for you all to get more access to me and the life things that I have not only gone through, but my professional mentorship. It's going to be full of classes already when you log in, and there's going to be a weekly conference, a monthly conference involved, as well as a monthly office hours. So it's going to be a lot in there. It's going to be built out on a separate platform. My brand specialist and brand strategist is actually working on that now. Not only that, but as of Friday, I will have hired, pray to God, I need y'all prayers, an editor. So guess what? With a new editor or with an editor and now a videographer, y'all know I've been working with a videographer for the past few months. An editor means more content. That means that I can actually put out more content. Do y'all know that all my videos I edit myself? That takes time. Do you hear me? It takes time. And so now I am officially hiring an editor. But yeah, you guys, I definitely want all your comments. Please, please, please send in your comments over here. So yes, I pray that this is the editor. We have a final meeting on Friday. And if all goes well, he will be hired. Which means y'all, I can give y'all so much more content. And that's why I'm asking for your input over here. I can actually go back to these videos and watch your comments. So if you have a top request, I need those over here. I need them from you. No request is stupid. I need all the stuff that I can get. All the stuff. And this also means that the blog channel will be starting back up because he's going to help me handle that as well. So now you're going to have this channel as well as the vlog channel. I am going to do, somebody just said how to regrow your edges. How did you know this coming up in 2 weeks? That's already on the menu. So yes, I'm super excited about that, guys. So I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that the mentorship membership is definitely dropping on Black Friday. And I want to thank you too for your donations here. If you feel compelled to donate here, you don't have to. Hear me out. But if you do, you can do that here at the little $ button in here. Every dollar counts. It helps with everything that I'm doing and building out. It helps with this editor. It helps with my videographer. Y'all, I'm trying to make sure I up it. Y'all know I've focused so many years on my career. And I've had so many people say, well, you should be over 1 million subscribers now. Y'all, my biggest concern was getting my degrees and making sure that I solidified my professionalism. And also not only that, my family life. I didn't want that to suffer either. And not only that, to be successful. And I have been able to be successful. I go up for full professor next year. So I will be at the top as far as a professor goes, if God says the same. So that's something else that is going to be on the horizon. And it's some of the things that I'm going to make sure I include in that mentorship. Like, how do you do that? How do you start early, move up, and be successful at everything you want? How do you keep your body in shape? You ain't got to get, out of shape and your skin looking bad and all of that, y'all. I did all of this with very little money. To believe it or not, I didn't get my first really real salary until I graduated from college. I graduated from grad school and started really working. So this is just the work of many years of really diligently taking care of myself. And you can do it. You can do it. That's plain and simple. So that's one of the biggest things. Can I assign somebody to be a moderator? Is somebody in here okay with that? Let me know. Thank you, Kimmy Joe. Kimmy, you always supporting. I notice. I see your comments. I see what you say, girl. Thank you. We here. Thank you. I thank you so much. Can somebody be okay, Brandy J? Because I didn't tell my normal moderator, so hopefully they don't get mad at me. But I am adding you as a moderator. Thank you so much, Kimmy Joe. I really appreciate your super chat. And anyone else that would love to do that, no pressure at all, but it really does help the brand grow. And I thank God for all that He's been able to help me do on my own. But now we're hiring people, y'all. I feel like we finna have some fun. We finna have some fun. So here's the other thing. Let me go ahead and get started with this discussion. Okay. Keep on putting your requests over here, y'all. I need them. I see your requests. I need them. So make sure you continue to put them in here. I need those. There's a super chat button down at the bottom. You all are asking how to donate. There's a $ button where you comment. If you click it, you can determine what amount you would like to pledge, or what amount, I hate to say pledge, what amount you would like to give. And that's up to you. Like I said, every dollar count, even if it's 99 cents. Thank you so much. It will not go in vain, and it will not be used in vain. I think y'all know me long enough to know that I'm dependable and I deliver on what I say. It might take me a little while, but I deliver quality. And so that's what it is going to be. Yes, there will be a replay for this video. It's going to be posted. So I'll make sure it's posted. Guys, again, before we get started, click like. Go ahead and click that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Free of charge. And make sure other people see this, and also share it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. We're going to go ahead and get to talking, because I feel like thank you, Miss, and I think it's legit. I think so. Dejan, but I love that name. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you pledge. I hate to say pledging, y'all. Let's just get started. But thank you so much. And also real, thank you so much. Thank you guys. This is really helpful. It is going to help so much. Thank you so much. Cornisha, yes, I plan on doing a video on how to manage stress. Let me get into this video though. And let me tell you why I'm getting into this. Y'all know I normally don't do a whole lot of stuff on pop culture unless I feel like it really needs to be addressed. And in the past, I've addressed some things. And then, I normally do like my routines video, but here lately, I've been wanting to talk about a lot of stuff. And if y'all don't want to hear it, y'all can tell me. But if you want to hear it, I will give y'all some more lives on how I be feeling. Because what I don't think y'all know about me, I think some of y'all know my personality. And I think I'm definitely that girl next door. Thank you, Shalas. Thank you for your donation. I really do appreciate you. You are appreciated, honey. Thank you. I'm going to tell y'all that this dating thing has really been coming to me and hitting me hard. Y'all have been emailing me. People call me, and I'm not even married. I haven't been married, but I think people think that I have a pretty good mind. And I've been there, done that. Not only that, I'm a professional and I treat people that have issues. So it does help. But here's the thing. I've been through my own stuff. I've been through my own stuff. And so I've understood a lot of this. But this came up because Gucci Mane, who, if y'all have followed me in the past, you know that I love some Gucci Mane. Okay. I'm from St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis and Memphis. You can call me Ratchet. You can call me whatever you want to. Cornisha, thank you so much, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much for that donation. I really do appreciate you. I do. If I could hug y'all, you don't even know. But what I will say is, and I've learned this along the way, this Gucci Mane thing that came out, I don't know if y'all heard about it, but basically, he was telling women, and it was pointed at Black women, not just women, but basically talking about this whole You got to struggle with somebody. You got to see them down. You got to see them up. Y'all, thank you. Y'all so dang. Y'all out here. Thank you. What in the bejesus on the Sunday, y'all passing the collection plate. Thank you so much, y'all. Again, your pledging and your donations will not go in vain. I promise you, y'all will see everything that's coming to fruition. As I've always told you, and you have always seen the products and the fruit of the labor, you will see that this will be used for the good of the brand. Thank you so much. But let me tell y'all what Gucci Mane. Basically, he was out here telling us we need to accept anything until somebody get their act together. Let's just be real, right? His wife, who I actually kind of like her. I kind of like her. I caught a few episodes of the show. I don't know what people think about her, but I think she aight. Basically, you know, she went through a lot of stuff with him. She went through the ups and the downs. First off, him gaining a lot of weight, him going to prison, him cheating on her, coming out, you know, him doing a lot of other stuff to her. And she stayed and she got a ring, right? So, you know, they always dangling that over our head. Like, that's how you get the ring. You got to stay with them. So Snoop Dogg actually commented on this post that Gucci Mane posted, Gucci Mane, and he created another post and basically said that we Black women, again, need to understand and look at their struggle and see how they've made it. And that's how you get to where you want to go. Oh, it's the super chat button. You guys are still asking me how to give, and I thank you so much. It's that button down at the bottom where you comment. It has a $sign. But basically saying that we need to accept that we're going to have to struggle. Like, we see these people getting married and we glorify that, but you have to go through it with a man in order to get them. And I was about to say something else. Sorry, y'all. I was about to say something else. I got to talking too fast. I got to watch how I talk with y'all because I don't want y'all to see how my mouth gets sometimes. But this really had me thinking. It really had me thinking. And now I feel like here's the thing in my head. You do go through a lot of ish in relationships, but it's a lot of this man-made stuff that is unnecessary, right? So being irresponsible, cheating on people, going to prison, all of those are things that don't really have to happen. That's my problem. Struggling or having difficulties in a relationship might happen because someone's health shifts. They can't help that unless they've been living a life that really just adds up to bad health, or they lose their job unfairly, or, you know, they have to relocate, or something else has to happen, right? Those are things that are normal struggles in life. You know, having children, learning how to balance that, learning how to balance a relationship. It's the man-made that I'm tired of, right? It's that man-made, I decided to just embarrass you out here. I decided to make you look like Boo Boo the Fool out here. I decided to, you know, basically make decisions financially that would destruct our family, that are very destructive to our familial unit. I decided to do whatever the heck I want to do. That's when I'm like, that's the struggle that your girl, that's why I ain't married. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Some of y'all have said, and now, right now, I feel like I'm in a great relationship. And I feel like God waited to show me that. He waited to show me that because I needed to see some things. And I didn't go through pure struggle, y'all. I've been through some things. And if you've watched my channel, you've seen me talk about some things, but I'm also very mum's the word about relationships. But a lot of relationships that I've left have been for good reason. I'm not even a girl that tells everybody what's going on in my relationships. I'm usually very mum's the word. I also try to make sure that I learn how to make my own decisions based off of what's going on in my relationship, not what's going on around me. And I've been fine with that. I also make calculated decisions. So relationships with me that have ended, it wasn't a quick decision. It happened over time, and I had time to simmer on it, think about it, be clear about why it was ending and what part I played in that. I don't feel like I'm just not to blame in any situation. However, when somebody bringing me struggle and my life is good, I ain't got time for it. And Nadij Dogbo, thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy that I can inspire you. Thank you so much for your donation. I really do appreciate you all tonight. And remember to click like. It's 330 of y'all in here right now. Click that like button. We need to go ahead and blaze that up. It's free. It's free to click like. Click like. But thank you, Miss Dogbo. I really do appreciate you. Click like, you guys. Let's get them like numbers up. But I'm saying that I'm just tired of the whole rhetoric that you have to go through something with someone. I think that life already brings about a lot of BS. Life without adding on the extra brings on a lot of BS. We, man, brings about a whole lot of other BS. And we don't accept that. We want to call that struggle. That ain't real struggle. Struggle happens, it happens anyway. But we add to the struggle by bringing other problems into the situation. And let's also talk about this. Let's also talk about the fact that half of these people are just not even wanting to be in relationships, but they want to play with people's emotions. And that happens a lot too. Now, I have been blessed enough to really be in relationships where I felt like people wanted to be with me. And they actually wanted to foster something with me. But I think it turned out that they just could not do it. It just was not good. It's my podcast is on Apple. It's on all of that. Also, y'all, I meant to tell you, this editor will also, because I haven't been able to post as much on the podcast. I'm sure y'all know it's because I'm busy. But the editor is also going to take on editing 4 episodes of the podcast a month. So, hallelujah. Hallelujah. So now y'all will get to see, y'all will get way more content. I am so excited. I am so excited. But let me get back to this. Basically, I feel like a lot of times those relationships ended because people weren't mentally quite ready for what it takes to sustain a relationship with someone like me. And I will be honest, I'm gonna be very, y'all say I keep it real, and I do. I'm not out here thinking I'm perfect. I'm not out here thinking all of that. But I think what I've learned too is the older you get, the more wisdom you acquire, the more assets you acquire, the more knowledge, the more education. And I'm not just talking school. Let's just be real here, because there's some street hustlers that's doing a thing. I'm just saying, the more you acquire over time, the harder it makes it for you to accept somebody's bull. I'm just going to be honest, because it really becomes a game of, it really becomes the game of, would I rather be by myself and be stable? Or would I like to struggle with you? I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the struggle is worse when you're looking at somebody who helping you struggle. Not because you have to, but because they're choosing to. That's when it becomes a problem, right? So I think I've had a lot of people, even in my youth, strangely enough, when I was much younger, when I say early 20s, mid 20s, I had a lot of people telling me, you need to hurry up and get married. Y'all, you can't. I was even going on dates with people that was telling me, like, you know, are you ready to get married? And I'll be like, I don't even know you. Okay. But basically I learned from a lot of older women that it was easier to marry when you're younger. It's better to marry. I mean, of course, you're more youthful. You have other things going on, those types of things. And you're also more dumb and you accept a little bit more. Now I'm happy that a lot of people are more open to getting educated so that they don't fall into struggle. I see a lot more of these hypergamy channels. I love like the Pink Pill. I watch all of them. The Pink Pill, Chloe, all of them. I think they spit the real. Okay. I love Chrissy. I don't know if y'all know about Chrissy, but she probably my favorite. Love Chrissy. But here's the thing about that is that not a lot of people are able to provide that. Now you can find it. You can find it or be found. And I'm thanking God for who I'm with now. I think that was nothing but a blessing, and it was a reflection of me being ready for what I wanted. I was able to mirror what I wanted. But I also feel like I feel like a lot of us need to be very realistic about what's out here in this world. And we might need to choose accordingly. And I had too many people trying to force me into situations at a young age, trying to force me to be in situations that weren't good. And when I realized was misery loves company, because a lot of them people wasn't happy. And I'm a very observant type of chick, right? I'm a real Chrissy is spelled CHRISSIE. If you put it in on YouTube, you'll find it. I would observe their relationships and I would listen to them telling me all this rhetoric on how I need to be with somebody and I need to hurry up and get married. And I would look at that situation and be like, girl or man, I'd rather be on my couch watching Netflix and watching my account grow than to be dealing with the stuff you're dealing with. I'm just gonna say it, okay? I just can't sign up for it. I can't. I've done it for a short time. I'm gonna tell y'all. I've done it for a short time. I've been cheated on. Cheated on. I have, and that was done. That was done. I have been lied to. That was done. I have been misled. That was done. I'm also one who learns quickly. I don't have to keep getting cheated on. I don't have to keep getting lied to. I don't have to keep hearing the same lies and stuff. I learn very quickly. And I will move on. And I've had people call me cold for that. And I've even had people tell me that that might be a bad thing. I've even had people try to link it to me being adopted. Like maybe you want to abandon people before they abandon you. When somebody cheat on you, they already abandoned you. I'm sorry. Like that's not for me to work out. Especially when nothing has been brought to the table and there's nothing set in stone. We're not married. I don't have to deal with that. And the further thing is, when you talk about cheating, let me tell y'all why I always get really mad about cheating. I'm going to tell y'all why I really get angry. Because when you cheat with people, it ain't even about what you did, right? It ain't, if that was upside what you did, some of us could probably get over it. But here's the problem. You put my life in danger. And if we're physical, you definitely put my health in danger. Not only that, that chick or whoever you messing with could be crazy. I could be at the grocery store. I could be at Kroger and get shot and not even know why. Who want to deal with that? I don't want to deal with that. And I definitely don't want to be walked up on. I'm from St. Louis, honey. I will buck up. However, if you got a gun, you might be at in a better place than I am. And I really don't want to have the reason why somebody got a gun to me because somebody else been messing with them. That's not how you do life. That's just not how you do life. That's the part that gets me. If it was purely just the crap and you did it and maybe we could move on from it and we could therapize it and do everything else, maybe. But you're talking about you have to take layers to this. And I know people say you don't think when you cheat, but you think about something. You're thinking about yourself. And what I'm trying to say here is that's why I advise young girls that talk to me about somebody cheating on them early on, honey. They really ain't got no respect for things you have going on. And let's just be honest. For your body, for your mind, for your spirit, all of it, they really don't care. And what I do agree with in terms of hypergamy is that if you marry somebody and they got a little money and they taking care of you and doing all that, it makes it a little harder to leave if they do something negative to you. I'm going to just be honest. But a lot of these people that's doing this stuff ain't got nothing when they do it. I refuse. How y'all feel about that? I refuse. Okay. But let's make sure you click like, y'all. I see like 358 people in here. Click like. It's free, absolutely free of charge. guys. And if you would like to donate, no pressure. But definitely the donations are going towards helping with the build out of this membership, dropping on Black Friday, my mentorship membership, where y'all will get all of this good stuff. Plus, also I am, as I told the people who came in earlier, y'all know I hired a videographer this year, so you've seen better videography from me. But now I'm hiring a sound engineer who is going to be editing my videos and going to be editing my podcast so I can put out more and more content. That is what I need, more time so that I can put out more content. So that's where we are. Brandy, yes, I do have PayPal. I actually absolutely do. I know y'all ask me that all the time. My PayPal is, I'm gonna type it. And I do pay my taxes, unless just in case you wanted to know. But hypergamy. So Yvonne, you asked about hypergamy. It's not a newer concept, but it is resurfacing. Chloe, CHLOE_ talks a lot about hypergamy. The pink pill talks a lot about hypergamy. But as I understand it, it is marrying at your class or higher, right? Or dating at your class or higher. When I say that, your socioeconomic status. It means that you will not date anyone that monetarily or resourcefully has less than you. They're only at or above you, and preferably above you. That's how I take it in. Okay. And I'm even for women marrying just at their level. I'm finding that more people are just not even getting close to at their level. And I'm talking about, just being in that general area. That's a good thing. So that's something that's important. So that's what hypergamy is. I would suggest really looking at Chloe. Chrissy talks about it too. The pink pill. I saw someone talk about Yanni. I like Yanni too. So Yanni talks about it too. But those are really good. Really don't know. I'm still sticking around. So Nahal, let's talk about this. And I'm gonna talk about Yala. I'm sorry, I'm not putting y'all out there, but I think that y'all have good topics to bring up in here. So Nahal, you said, what do you think of domestic abuse? I'm all bruised up, but really don't know why I'm still sticking around. And Yala said, I have issues with being a ride or die chick for the wrong men. So let's talk about that. I think these are two big ones to discuss today. A lot of times, Nahal, what ends up happening, it is, and before I get into how I feel about it, I'm just going to talk about the facts first. A lot of times the treatment that we take on is because of something inside of us. We feel a certain way about ourselves. We have not prioritized us in the equation. We're thinking about the other person. Let me tell you something though. It's natural for most of us. So first off, don't stigmatize yourself so quickly, because it's easy to get put into that situation and not know how to get out. So that's what I want to say first. So one of the biggest things is, and thank you guys for sending her strength, Nahal. You do need the strength and positive vibes. So let's give you some of those. It first starts with thinking about how you feel about yourself. It is more than self-esteem, it's self-worth. It's how you carry yourself. I'm going to give you guys some examples. I've had people accuse me, and I've told you this before, of being vain because of the way I work on myself, the way I exercise, I, do my hair, get my nails done, all of that. That stuff ain't done just because I want to look good to people. If you think that, then you are minimizing who I am. It makes me feel good, right? If I treasure and value myself, I will not allow others to not treasure and value me. I will not take less than what I'm worth. Does that make sense? So Nahal, what ends up happening is that we accept less than what we're worth because we haven't been investing in self. Let me tell you something. It's normal though. You ain't the only one. It's a lot of people, and I've been there too. I've been there too. I wanted other people to invest in me, but I wasn't investing in myself. You can't expect that from nobody. And so, of course, a man or a woman or whoever that sees that opportunity to take advantage of you will, because they see an easy mark. And that's what ends up happening. So let me tell you this, is that you ain't alone. We here. We have the words of wisdom and knowledge. The thing that I love to tell people who are battered is that it doesn't have to take something dramatic for you to leave. I think it comes from a point of, I'm going to be, it's either me or it's him, and I should win. Aside from prayer, aside from having someone to hold you accountable, it's either me or it's him. And when you start to think about life like that, and I'm telling you, that was one of the hardest things in my life to do, is to start putting myself first. Okay? Putting yourself first is the biggest part. It's the biggest part. You have to start a plan of action, because these people who are abusive, oh, they go through any means to harm. And I'm not scaring you. I'm just wanting you to be aware, is that when people are abusive, they usually have nothing to lose either. That's the unfortunate part about these trifling pieces of nothing. I could say something else, but I won't. But they usually have very little to lose. And that's why they behave the way that they do. And a lot of times all they have is you. So if you leave, everything stops moving. They will fall apart. Believe me, they will. Because a lot of people who are abusers depend on the abusee for their ego, for their self-esteem, which ain't existent. I'm just going to tell you, it's just an overinflated ego. Inflated. So a lot of times you have to leave and make that move in order for them to, first off, they're going to get pissed. I'm just going to be honest. And that's why you need to make a plan of action. It's not, and you should never trust that they wouldn't harm you, because they have before. That's what I have to tell people that are domestic violence victims, is that you should never trust that they wouldn't harm you, because they have already. And it only escalates. It only gets worse. It only escalates. And I'm going to tell you, I've never been beaten. I've never been hurt. I've had people try to threaten harm. But usually when people even threaten harm, it means that eventually it's going to keep amping up, because they're trying to see how much you can take over time. They're trying you. Anybody who has to use that against you, they're trying you. And so for you, I would say definitely, if you've been enmeshed in this for a long time, you definitely should seek a way out quietly. You don't need to announce it. You need to find a safe space, and you need to find a place where you can be when you're ready to go. And when you're ready to go, you do not go back. Let me tell you something about abuse. It gets worse when you go back. Why? Because they got to make you pay for leaving and embarrassing them. You heard it here first. Okay. And so I'll tell y'all a little secret too. The first story I heard about domestic abuse was from my own adopted mother. And she told me how her ex, when she was younger, my mom was a firecracker. She's 70, but baby, y'all see, I got all this zest. It came from somewhere. Okay. My mama said that this man pushed her. And before she knew it, she took her wedding glass and cracked it over his wrist and broke it. So that's why, this is why a lot of times people who abuse don't believe anything will happen, because no one's ever corrected their behavior. And I'm not saying violence should beget violence, but I'm saying sometimes you have to have a plan of action, and you have to show them that you mean business. A lot of times us going back has desensitized them to believing that we even value ourselves. Okay. So, and guys, and I agree with you about reporting him to the police, but I want to emphasize, first, Nahal, having an exit strategy. So when you make the call to the police, you got somewhere to go, you got somewhere to be. Because that's when it gets real. Because when they feel outed, when their ego has been bruised, when they've been harmed, if somebody comes to arrest them, best believe who they're going to be looking for. So don't ever look back. Ever. Once you have that exit strategy, execute. That's the only way. So Nahal, I hope that helped. And thank you, Jessica, for putting the hotline number in here. It's important. And let me tell you something, Yala, I'm coming back to you. Yala, the ride or die chick for the wrong man. How many of y'all been the ride or die chick for the wrong man? Click like. Click like. I have to. I could click like right now. I could click like. The ride or die mentality is absolutely psychologically rooted. Absolutely. And let me tell y'all where it comes from. It comes from back in the days, if you think about it, in slavery. And I don't think ride or die just happened then. But what happens was back then we were used to struggling with each other. We were used to having to have each other's back. Our women had our men's back. Our men had our women's back because we had a common struggle. Nowadays, our struggles are a little bit different. They're a lot bit different, actually. And we're still holding on to that hope that these people still got our back. Again, what will cause you to stop being the ride or die chick is remembering that it's either him or it's you. It's either him or it's you. We are no longer living in slave trade days. Sorry. You are not required to have anybody's back that does not have yours. Whenever your back feels open and cold, you definitely need to leave that next person feeling open and cold. I have learned very early, and I thank God for this because I used to try to play that ride or die stuff, that it gets you nowhere. It gets the person, let me tell you what it does to the person psychologically. They know that they got you. So why would they act right? Why would they treat you well? Why would they do? Because you always letting them know that they got you. Remember, and I know we hear this all the time, that men love the chase. Men love the chase. And it's not just about that. It's about the fact that they love women who really do value themselves. Ever wonder why? And there's a book about this. There's a book called, I even read a book called Skinny Bitch. There's a book about being a bitch. All of that. Ever wonder why that woman always seems to win? Because she has a level of respect for herself. And I'm not saying you have to be a bi. I'm saying that you should value yourself above everything else but God. And and if you don't, then you will see all else crumble. It's the truth. I've been there. I've treasured things before my well-being and before God too. And guess what? They all crumbled. They all left me crying. They all had me and my feelings balled up, punching pillows. I ain't got time for it. Okay. So y'all have to be careful of, first off, the rhetoric you're willing to take on. The treatment you're willing to take on early on in a relationship. A lot of times, men and women, I'm not just talking men, because I know men listen to me too. Men and women will try you. They will try you. They try to see how far they can go. They just want to see how much they can pimp up, what they can do to you, that you gonna stay. And once they know you gonna stay, that's when the plan starts. I can tell y'all that even after I lost weight, I was accused. And I like to use the word accused. I hate saying that. It's funny to use the word accused, but it's true, right? Accused just means that wasn't necessarily it. But I'll tell you, I was accused of being full of myself. I was accused of thinking I was this and that. And what's wrong with me thinking highly of myself? When I started to listen to what people were saying, I'm like, the problem is you don't think highly of yourself. So you mad at me for having some type of happiness and some type of investment in myself. That's your problem. That ain't mine, boo-boo. You need to work on you. If anybody walking around being happy, taking care of themselves, and spreading their own little gospel is bothering you, that's because you got a problem. I don't know how that can be the other person's problem. Okay. So the same thing with the ride or die. Same thing with the ride or die. Okay. Hey, Karen. Hey, Karen. Hey, Joyce. I'm seeing some names I know. Thank you, Karen. That's my friend, y'all. But if anybody is asking you to that, then they don't value you because they're asking you to put them before you. What person in their right mind would ask you to put them before you other than a child that has no bearings in this world? And even a child, let me tell you something. If you ain't taking, I don't have children yet, but I'm gonna tell you something about some of the people that have quietly told me things. A lot of my friends just started to have children, so I'm not very far behind my friends. But I can tell you about some of the older people I know that have had children. They secretly told me if you don't put yourself first, then you're going to be out here looking raggedy. And your kids might even look raggedy and take that on because you're not learning to put yourself first so that you can take better care of your family. So I learned early that you don't sacrifice your body, mind, spirit, emotions, and health for nobody. Nobody. You want to know why? Because at the end, you're going to be the one crusty and disgusted. So when you ride until you die, you die. And when I think about ride or die too, when I think about the ride or die stuff and the whole, we'll stick with these men and women, through cheating, through adultery, through all of this stuff, you'll definitely die because they're going to eventually give you something that might kill you. Be out here. So ride and die chicks and men. Anytime somebody wants you to ride or die, they want you to put them first. And you should never want that person. You should never want that person because a person should always want you to want the best for yourself. They should always want you to want the best for yourself. I'm just telling you. I'm just going to be real. Nobody else going to be real with you. Dr. Nina will be real with you. If that's what they're asking, then that's a price that's too high for you to pay. Okay? And they can't pay for the price, right? They definitely can't pay for it because why would they ask somebody else to give of themselves so much that they take away from themselves? They can't pay that price. So why would you ask somebody to pay for something that you can't pay for? Okay. So I'm just being honest. And Joyce, you bring up the perfect point. These kind of men can sense when a woman feels down about herself. They prey on weakness. They sure do. They sure do. They can smell you. And then they can smell the ones that got a little pep to their step. They really do. And I can tell you all, I've had people ask me, well, Dawn, I'm sure you get approached all the time. Yeah, I get approached. I do. And I get cat calls and I get all of that. But a lot of people, when they step to me, they're a little nervous. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm not going to reduce who I am so that you feel better in this situation. And it's not that I'm mean. It's that I'm just direct and I'm very clear about who I am. I'm not confused. I've been confused in the past and I was treated accordingly. When you're confused on who you are, other people will be very confused about who you are, and they will continue to confuse you to a point where you continue to give them so much that they will continue to keep you confused. I hope that made sense. It's confusing, but it makes sense. So they will. And I'm very much not confused, and I give that off. And I could care less. If you can't sit through possibly being shot down, or if you can't sit through me being a direct person in conversation, I'm not talking about not being feminine. I'm talking about just being direct. Then what I want with that? I don't want that. I don't know about y'all. I don't have any time for that. Because that same person is going to flake whenever good opportunities come. Whenever someone tells them no, they're going to fall and crumble. Whenever someone tells them they can't have something, they're going to have a fit or a tantrum. I don't want that person. point blank and period. And you know, I think I think now I think now that I've learned to have peace with self too, and I think that is a big part of it for us, is that we have to also learn to be proud of ourselves and happy and healthy within ourselves, because we want these people to want to be around us, and we don't even want to be around ourselves. If you can't handle being around you, you don't need to be letting somebody tell you what you need to do, how you need to do it, how you need to dress, how you need to talk about it, how you, whatever. Okay. So everybody, again, let me remind you. So I'm going to take about another 5 to 10 minutes. I need to go to bed, y'all. I'm up late. Make sure you click like on this video. It helps YouTube to determine what's important, and it also helps other people see that this is an important video to you, and it's free of charge. Thank you also to those of you all who have donated tonight. Super chat is on, so if you look down by your comment section, you can super chat me, send whatever, no pressure, but it's definitely going towards growing the brand. And thank you to all of you all that have already super chatted me. I really do appreciate you. What is it going towards? It's helping to build my mentorship membership, which is dropping on Black Friday. I told you guys about hiring an editor so that I can bring you more content. I've already hired a videographer, as you've seen in my videos. I have a new person that does my videography, but now there's a lot more. Okay. So y'all go ahead and click like. Make sure you click that like button. And thank you so much. But I want to make sure that I take maybe two more questions before we sign off tonight. I'm going to be coming back to you guys, but I want to make sure I take two more questions. So I started dating a guy and he already wants to be exclusive, Maria says, or Maria. I need to get to know him better first. So how do I tell him that I want to keep dating others without losing him? Tell him that you want to continue to date other people. I know that sounds heartless and hard. But I was just, and I wouldn't even, you know what, guys, you don't have to throw friends in there. This is my thought process. And I'm going to tell you, I was told I was a savage when I used to date back in the day. And I'm going to tell you why. I was very honest. And I noticed that there was a freedom in being honest with men. I would go on a date and they would ask me if I was dating somebody else. And I would say, yes. In fact, I have another date today. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. And honestly, somebody who's new in your life, you shouldn't be afraid of losing them anyway. If that makes them leave you because you dating other people and you just met them, you don't want that person, no way. So I would just be honest, and you don't have to be haughty about it. You don't have to be mean about it, but I would be clear and say, well, I'm dating other people right now. And while exclusivity might be an option in the future, I would like a little bit more time to explore that and figure that out. But I would love to continue to hang out and date and get to know one another. Boom. You got it. And I had some people get salty. I'm not going to tell y'all. I had people that would bust jokes and be like, well, I guess I better get on the schedule because I'm sure you probably got some other dates planned. Well, you're absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you for getting on my schedule. Makes it easier. Okay. So so it happens. How do you respect? Jessica said, how do you respectfully tell God? You respectfully, I'm assuming, say, tell a guy to move on. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you. I love my videographer. He awesome. I was gonna say, how do you tell someone? Again, it's nothing better than telling people what I'm. Yvonne, thank you so much for your donation. That's so kind of you, Yvonne. Thank you. Thank you so much. What I would tell somebody is tell them. I think a lot of us tiptoe too much and we waste our time tiptoeing. I used to try to think up all day these things I should tell somebody, and maybe I should tell them like this, and maybe I should tell them like that. But what I learned was I should just tell them. I should just tell them. I'm wasting time ruminating and thinking about what they might say, and I don't even know this person. Not like that. So what I would do is just tell them, hey, I feel, and remember, a lot of these men ain't got no problem telling us to move on. Not even tell us to move on, to just move so they can talk to somebody else. So here's the other thing. I just learned to be kind. Just think about how if someone was talking to you, how you should talk to them. Okay. Treat others as you want to be treated, as you want to be treated. So I would say something like, hey, I've enjoyed spending time with you. However, I do believe that maybe we're not a match and maybe this is not, for us to be dating. So I think that it's best for us to go in separate directions and, no hard feelings, nothing harsh. Um, that's it. And remember, you don't owe anybody a full exit interview, especially if they ain't your husband. They don't need a whole exit interview. Okay. Um, Jessica, you said I've told him several times. Then I think it's time to block. All of our phones have that block button. I would block them because that sounds a little mentally unstable. I'm just telling you, as a psychologist, I ain't treating you. I'm not your therapist, but I'm telling you, the block button works wonders. I've had to use the block button. I've had people argue me up and down. And you got to know the value of people too. If someone tells you no and you continue to, it's one thing to be persistent and kindly persistent, and it's another thing to be a crazy serial killer. Okay. And it's a fine line. But if somebody continues to say no, and I'm not joking with you, hi, Jennifer. Thank you for coming. If someone continues to say no and they are not taking, that no for an answer, there might be something mentally wrong. And you might think that that person is harmless, but I have been proven differently in situations that some of these people ain't right. And Penny, you are right. It's a whole ministry. I have a whole list of block numbers on my phone, and they ain't ghost numbers. They are people. And you want to know why? Because the minute you tell them, I don't think this is a good idea, or and I had to do it when I started dating my babe. I had to say, I cannot date anyone else right now. I'm dating someone exclusively. And do y'all know that people was having grown people tantrums on my phone, like sending me texts like they was texting like this? And I'm like, who would want who would want that person? Like, if I told you no, I would hope that you would feel still good about yourself and be able to say, okay. But a lot of men, again, can't take rejection. Ooh. It's amazing how us women are taught rejection and somehow we miss it with our men. And it's beyond ego. It's a little scary. So I say the block ministry is amazing. The block ministry. Whew, thank you for that, Penny. Penny, you gave me the laugh of the evening. That block ministry gives you everything. Thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne says, from brown one clinician to another. I love this forum. Can you do a collab with others, like a roundtable discussion? I plan to. Actually, that will be a part of the membership. So I will definitely be giving you all more information on that, but I plan to do some of that. I actually have good psychologist friends and mental health professionals of different races, different backgrounds, and I love to have these kind of conversations with them and others. So my name is Charles Williams. I like to have a kid with you, please. Okay. I don't know who that is. Okay. But yes, definitely going to Mona B. Block ministry. Okay. Y'all claps. Block ministry. I told y'all the block ministry works. It does. It really does. I used to be, even on YouTube. Let me tell you how silly this whole block thing can get. On YouTube, people used to try to come talk to me crazy. And at first I used to be like, oh, well, I need to be nice to people. Y'all, I use that block button so quick. When people get on my videos and get into acting a fool, it is not that you have to agree with me on everything. That's the problem. I don't care about you agreeing with me on everything. But when you come for me, you will be blocked. Forget sending for you because I don't know who you are. I will block you. That's it. Point blank and period. You will be blocked. And I take a lot of joy in pushing that little button. I don't care about it. It's fine. They be trying it. They gonna try it all the way to block. Okay. So Shauna, I will be doing a video on that. Definitely deleting a whole block on your videos. I don't play. I do not play. And I think some of y'all have seen some of my nice, nasty comments to people. I don't have to curse you out, but I will send you a nice little message and block you. And will sleep just fine that night. Okay. So use that block button, even in dating. If people are pressuring you and they do not care about your well-being, block, and block some more. Somebody said blockity block block. Yes, Sarah. Blockity block block. But the block ministry, that's what we're gonna talk about over here. We're gonna do another live and we're gonna talk all about the block ministry. But hopefully you guys have had fun with me tonight. I've had a joyous time. I'm so happy that you guys are here, that you have been here. And thank you so much. Thank you for leaving your comments and your video ideas. I really do appreciate that as well. Those will be addressed. I'm trying to make sure that I address the things that are most pertinent right now on the channel. The new editor, my hope is that he comes on in November. So you guys should start to see a bit more content from me. And also he'll be editing podcasts. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord Jesus. So that we can have some more things. But thank you so much. Make sure on your way out, before you leave, click like, y'all. It's free. Like. It was more of y'all in here than there are likes on this video. Click like. It's free. It don't cost you a dang on dime. Click like. The playback will be available, Tara. The playback will be available. So thank y'all so much. I love you much. I am so happy and appreciative of you guys, and have a great night. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace. Thank you, Brandy. I'm keeping you on my moderator list. I hope you don't mind. Good night, y'all.